The question of why and how the great Roman Empire collapsed has preoccupied the minds of historians and history buffs for centuries. The famous fall of this majestic power marked the end of the ancient world and the beginning of a new, medieval period. By understanding this complex process, we can understand not only the history of the past, but also draw lessons for the present and the future. It's a channel of learning about the world, and we're getting started. The reasons for the fall of the Roman Empire are political corruption and instability. One of the main reasons for the fall of Rome was the deep political corruption and instability within the empire. During the late Roman Empire, emperors were frequently replaced, often through violent coups. The Senate, once a powerful governing body, lost its power and became a puppet in the hands of powerful warlords and bureaucrats. As a result of political instability, the state could not be effectively governed, weakening it in the face of external threats. Economic difficulties. Rome's economy also suffered from many problems. Huge expenditures on the army and troops, constant wars and invasions burdened the empire's treasury. Taxes were increasing, but this was not enough to cover the rising costs. The decline of agriculture and the ruin of the peasants led to a decline in food production, which worsened the economic crisis. Social inequality and the decomposition of society. Social stratification in the Roman Empire reached a critical point. The wealthy patricians and landowners lived in luxury, while the majority of the population suffered from poverty and hunger. The decay of morals and moral decay also contributed to the weakening of society. Many Romans lost faith in the state and its values, which undermined internal stability. Military threats and barbarian invasions. One of the most significant reasons for the fall of the Roman Empire was the constant military threats and invasions of barbarian tribes. Goths, Vandals, Huns, and other barbarians regularly attacked Roman territories, destroying cities and plundering settlements. Weakened by internal problems, the Roman legions could not effectively counter these threats. Crisis in government and fragmentation. The empire was too large to govern effectively. The vast territories, diverse peoples and cultures required a flexible and strong administrative system, which Rome did not have. The division of the empire into western and eastern parts only exacerbated the problem. The eastern part, known as the Byzantine Empire, managed to survive for another 1,000 years, while the western part rapidly deteriorated. The consequences of the fall of the Roman Empire. Beginning of the Middle Ages. The fall of Rome marked the end of antiquity and the beginning of the Middle Ages. During this time, Europe was plunged into a period known as the Dark Ages. However, despite the hardships, this period became the basis for the formation of a new European civilization. The formation of new states. New barbarian kingdoms began to form on the wreckage of the Roman Empire. Franks, Visigoths, Ostgoths and other tribes created their states on the territory of the former Roman Empire. These kingdoms became the basis for future European nations. Spread of Christianity. Christianity, which received support under Constantine the Great, continued to spread throughout Europe. With the fall of Rome, the Roman Church increased its influence, becoming an important spiritual and political player in the Middle Ages. The papacy in Rome became the spiritual heir to Roman imperial power. Cultural heritage. Despite the fall, Rome's cultural and scholarly heritage continued to influence Europe. Latin became the basis for the Romance languages, and Roman laws and administrative structures were highly influential in shaping modern legal systems. The architectural and engineering achievements of the Romans, such as roads, aqueducts, and buildings, remained significant for centuries. Influence in the East. The Eastern Roman Empire, known as Byzantium, continued to exist and even prosper after the fall of the western part. Byzantium preserved Roman traditions and culture, becoming the center of Orthodox Christianity and the protector of European borders from Eastern threats. Byzantium's influence on the Orthodox world and the Slavic peoples remained significant until its fall in 1453. Lessons for modernity. The fall of the Roman Empire reminds us how important it is to maintain internal stability, good governance, and social justice. Corruption, economic hardship, social inequality, and external threats can undermine any state, no matter how powerful. The lessons of Rome are relevant today as the world faces many challenges and threats. By studying the history of the fall of the Roman Empire, we can better understand how to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past and build a more just and stable society in the future. Subscribe to the channel to learn more about great civilizations and history lessons.